Hey guys, this is Vinney and Beau show. The co-hosts right here in Las Vegas. I flew here. We would love for you to join us.
Every Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Join us for the Vinney and Beau show.
Vinney and Beau show. We look forward to getting great guests on it. We talk a lot more about real estate, about acquisitions, syndications, commercial mostly, and also
Mindset.
Mindset. We talk a lot about mindset. So please like this, share the episodes. We also make podcasts on that every week. So see you there every Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific and 12:30 Eastern.
Beau and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
Do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future.
Hi there, friends. Friday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific. Vinney and Beau show. Vinney and Beau have been together for, brothers, 9-10 years. Beau, when you and I met at that summit, at that conference there in Oakland, I still remember that. And you bought lunch for 5-7 people, and I said, this is a cool guy. And who knew that 10 years later, we are great friends and we do this show together and kind of share with all the friends and followers how everything really can take you with the marketing, with selling skills, with VAs, with franchising, with investing in non-passively, actively, take it to the next level. And that's what we're going to talk about today also, how to scale up. I know we talk a lot about how can you multiply yourself? How can you really get more, less per hour VAs, right? I mean, our time is worth $100 an hour or $500 an hour or $1,000 an hour in certain instances. But how can we scale up? How are you, brother? What's happening?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm excited. I just brought on another team member. So I have 4 full-time VAs now, which is a big help. So the team's growing, right? We constantly expand. And then I just look at it like this. Look, like when you bring on a team member, you're either going to get a return on time or a return on investment. And either one is means more money. If I'm spending less time doing things that aren't high paid ticket things for me, I'm making more money, or I'm having more time to think about bigger projects. So my team is growing. And so I plan on doing probably 1 or 2 more hires this year, at least, and really scaling. What I'm really excited about though, Vinney, is agent AIs, right? And agent AIs will be able to run 24/7 for you. So basically, think about how useful AI is for you right now. These agents actually they're like employees. They're working 24/7. They can take any project and they can fulfill multiple steps ongoing 24/7. So agent AI, right now, if you do the most upgraded package with ChatGPT, which is not cheap, but it's $200 a month, you can build out these agent AIs. And so I think I'm going to do that because there's so many tasks that I want done constantly. And so I'm just really amplifying. I just put together several hundred articles for different websites that I own. I'm really doubling down on building out IP. What I mean by that is I'm buying strategic domain names and creating content on those channels. I own SBA504green.com, which is a specialty loan product, right? I found that real estate. I made an investment, $12, and bought it, right? Nobody had that domain name. And so around that, I create articles and content specific to that niche. So I'm doing a lot of that, as well as I'm taking my videos and I use a service called Videos to Blog, and it takes the video and it chops pictures from the video and writes a very well formatted blog post. So I have over 2,000 videos. So I take the ones that are high impact, and then within 2 minutes, you have a very well written blog article that correlates with your video, and then you embed the video in. So I'm creating hundreds, if not thousands of these over the next 12 months. And so that multiplies because somebody goes into Google or it goes into ChatGPT and says, hey, I'm looking for an SBA 504 green loan. They find a resource to one of my articles, right? And you want to be found in search with SEO, search engine optimization, but you also want to be found in AEO, which is answer engine optimization, another strategy, right? Because now people aren't just going to go to Google to search static searches. They're going to do searches in ChatGPT, and you want to rank.
Yeah, exactly. All those.
Yeah. So I think it's an exciting time. Now is the time to really double down to create more impact and content.
I love it. I love it. Yesterday, we also signed up for Synthesia, by the way, and I uploaded my video. So my AI is being made now, which I'll be talking and everything. And my whole course on senior investing, we got 7 models. I came into this country with $7. 7 number has a lot of meaning to me in my life. So we have 7 modules where in 7 weeks, I'll be able to teach everything about senior living investing in my new course. Or you could say 7 days, because if my students can digest my lectures, there are only 5 sections in each module. So 35 lectures, simple, succinct, and really no fluff. And they'll be able to learn everything that I've learned in 6 years right there in that one. And Synthesia is going to put everything together. So my AI is going to be narrating it. We have the content. So it's going to be fabulous. But the key thing, what you and I talk about, Beau, is let's use these different cutting edge techniques and the tools, because we are lagging behind. If we don't catch on this bandwagon, then we'll be left behind at the station. I say that the train is leaving. The AI train has left already, and it's going to gain momentum. So it's better to really use all the ways. Now, a lot of things I didn't know myself, but by hiring the right virtual assistants or international assistants, we call it, they can really come in and propagate, just like you said, you have 4 people now. That's what I suggest to everybody watching us, following us. Sit down, look at where are certain portions in your company that you could delegate. It's delegation. And then they could do better job than I can or you can. So I'm really excited. And AI agents and AI talk and chats, I know go high level that I've been very excited about and using for 2 years, 2 or 3 years now. It's got AI agents built in it. What? So actually, we are training these AI agents by putting all the books, my blogs, my articles, everything. So there is within Go High Level, the agents are being built and they're going to be conversing like Vinney Chopra and texting and everything.
It's truly amazing time right now. I think we all need to embrace the changes. And I also think, look, if you get in early on these things and you understand how they work and you have in your niche, you become the guru with you being able to use this technology, you get a competitive advantage over people that are not using any of these technologies, because you can create more content, better content. You can just take a voice note now on your phone as you're walking in the morning, and then you can take that, you can upload it to something like Cast Magic, and it'll write your blog post for you. So there's no excuses now to create content. We're creating content right now. Cut this up into reels, get the transcript, make a blog post, do memes, all these things that you can then get in front of more people that hear your message. Obviously, your message has to resonate with them.
Yep.
But we do that. We do this every day, and it's just a compound effect. It truly is a compound effect. In the beginning, I wasn't getting calls like I do today, but because I stayed consistent with it, and because now I know how to multiply myself, not only with AI, but with virtual team members, now it's just this whole big flywheel effect, right? This flywheel effect just keeps going faster and faster. And so if you get the flywheel effect, then money starts coming, right? Money comes. And so that is what really excites me. It's not really how much money you make, but it's just having these flywheels of these buckets of income that come in where you're not really having to work for it anymore, because you got the plate spinning. You got it spinning, and the spinning and the trajectory of the spinning and the leverage of this flywheel is just moving it faster and faster. Just like a snow, think of about like you roll you do a ball of snow, right? And then you push the ball of snow down a hill, and it just gets bigger and bigger and faster.
Yes.
That's exactly what happens with marketing. And so that's what really excited me. I've always been more excited in actually the marketing than any of the other stuff, right? Like the franchise, that's all great. But what really excites me is like, how do I get my message out? How do I put all these fishing lines in the water?
Yep.
And I'm not monitoring the fishing pole, but it has a bell on it. So when a fish comes on, it rings, right? And then I go reel in the fish. That's how you got to think about marketing. And yeah, look at all these SaaS companies now. There's one founder and they grow these multi-million-dollar businesses. It's just truly amazing times right now. And I think sometimes we look overwhelmed. Hey, how did this person like grow this billion-dollar company? They started with an idea and they grew and they got the flywheel spinning. And then you were able to raise venture capital or whatever else. And then you can hire people and then they can actually do the things that make the flywheel spin even faster.
So true. And it just came to my mind. I got some notification from vidIQ this morning, and my team said, Vinny, we got 460 new subscribers. What? Into my YouTube channel in just 15 days or something, they said. I said, what? So you're right. It's a flywheel effect. The more content, good content you will provide, where people get interested, then they will subscribe to your channels. Could be Facebook, could be Twitter, could be LinkedIn, whatever. They follow you, and then the compounding effect comes in. Just like with money, there is compounding effect, rule of 72. Similarly, we have with our postings and web podcast. And some people are really shy. They are introvert, and they say, you know what, I can't do it. There is no excuse like that, because if you have a good product, good service, you could talk about it. You should be passionate about it. Just speak into the microphone and put it out there. It's so easy. It's the first step is hard, but you and I, remember when we started, we had nothing on the internet, nothing, literally. And now there is so much following for you and I and so forth. I just completed, I think, 1,106 episode of my apartment syndication made easy. I never knew that I'll be able to do those many episodes starting 6-7 years back. So it's good to start now.
Yeah, and I think if you just really listen to what you just said, it didn't come easy for you, but you just basically stayed consistent and stayed positive. Mm-hmm. And so if you think you could just shoot one piece of material and then you're going to go viral, it's not going to happen.
No.
We're providing a niche content. So we're not like appealing to like the masses. So we're not like, if we had a topic that was like something that would go viral, our stuff is just pure content for our particular niches of the industry. So even if you don't have 1,000 views on a video, even if you only have 30 views, I get calls all day long from YouTube videos, and some of these videos only have 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 views. I don't care, because I know it works. I don't care. I don't need the vanity. Sure, it would be great if I did have hundreds of thousands of views, but if I can make multiple six figures from these videos, what the heck do I care? I don't care if there's 2 views, as long as somebody who viewed it connects on a call and needs a $5 million loan, that's fine with me.
1,000%. That's what my brother Rory AJ and Rory Waden, that's what they talk about. It's getting the avatar and giving all the content to that particular avatar, because that's where it's going to stick. It's not millions of people need to follow you to give you the business. It's the right avatar you need to go after, and always be giving content so that they catch that. And there are 8.5 billion people out there in the world, right? We only need 100 or 200 into our fold as investors or clients, so that who could give us. And then yesterday, my show with Abundance Mindset was 80-20, the Pareto principle. It is so important that we take into account who are the top 20 customers who are bringing 80% of the results or the revenue, and then double down on them and look at what's their profile, and maybe go after more of those 20% who are with the demographically, age-wise, business-wise, what their career is, and then how could we make product better for those top 20%, or even asking them to open up more avenues for you. I call it fusion theory, where maybe out of those 20%, maybe 5% are so excited about who you are, what your company is, and how you could really help other people. Then you are able to bring incentives or something to show them a way. Maybe they could explain and get their ecosystem, I call it, right? Fusion theory into your fold, into your company. And so I know one of my investors got me $29 million. And I say that sometime. And it was just a Starbucks for meeting, 7 people he invited. And they didn't even let me pay for Starbucks coffee. But I was able to give them passive incomes over and over again. They kept on opening their wallets. Yes, passive investors.
Hi friends, this is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey Vinney, what are these over here? You know, I wrote this book a few years back. Apartment syndication made easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon, very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening, 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children, and the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My 3rd book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor. Go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital if you can't afford it. But I would highly recommend for you to get these, or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really, educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education.
I think really look at those high value relationships and make these strategic partnerships. When you're looking to do podcast guesting, who's your ideal Dream 100? Those Dream 100 people have the audience you want to get in front of, right? Because now you're supercharging, right? How do you make those strategic moves to leverage at the highest level? So when I get on a show and they've got they're the perfect avatar people that watch this podcast, right? That's what you want to do. Find those 100 or 10, top 10, get on those shows, because the people that are the audience of that show are your ideal candidate, because then you're basically surfing other people's audiences. Now you have to serve them and give them value, but then you give them a lead magnet and then you bring them into your funnel. And so that's really, if you talk about leverage, that's a great little leveraging technique. You see a lot of smart people doing that right now, because that's how you can grow quicker. So how do you use these lever points in your business to really make the biggest leaps? And then how do you work with the clients or the candidates or the investors that are the least pain in the ass? And usually they're the ones that are more successful, because they just go, okay, let me look at the deal. Let's not be emotional. Okay, yeah, I can put in 500 grand, right? As opposed to the first time investor, hey, I'm putting in 50, right? Like figuring out where you get those people, where they came from. Was it referrals? And then you work backwards from there and then figure out, how do I get more of those relationships that pay me the most per hour of my time?
So true. Here you got it, guys. I hope you liked this event today, and give us some positive comments and share these episodes and all that. We also make shorts and reels and put them in our channels of podcast. Please give us great comments if you like the material, or if you think that you can offer and you could bring somebody who could be a good guest who has something to share, please reach out to Beau or I. We'll see you next week. Again, it's 9 a.m. Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon over there on the East Coast and so forth. We'll see you next week. Thank
See
you
you guys
so much.
later.
Beau and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
Do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future.